Bye.
All. Yeah. So is my voice audible to you all? So if you kindly hear my voice, kindly put that in the chat box. Okay, thank you. So for the time being, I'm going to mute you all, and you can ask questions either by raising hands or you can put your questions in the chat box. I will take them at the end of this lecture. Okay. So what we are going to do today is altogether a new topic. So new students will not find it difficult to follow today's lecture. So this is a very good opportunity for you to learn a little bit of tricks to do multiplication so that you can utilize to speed up your calculations. Okay. So this is called as multiplication close to the base. So anyone knows what is the base of a number? The base is the closest multiple of 10. That is, if a number is given, for example, a number like 8 is given, what is the closest multiple of 10 to 8? It is 10. So 8 is close to the base 10 by 2. So today we are going to see how you can do multiplication when the two numbers given are closest to the same base. So let us start right away. We'll start with a simple rule that we did in the last class, but this will be understandable for all the new students. So this is called as number splitting. So in the last class, we did what is called as dividing a number into some parts so that you can do calculations easily. Today we are going to see this rule called as divide and conquer. So earlier, when the when the countries were ruled by kings, they used this method called as divide and conquer in order to capture new kingdoms. So they'll go to a new kingdom and they'll cause some kind of division among people so that they will some kind of rebel against each other. And they will then capture that kingdom because the kingdom will become weak. But our purpose here is not to capture any kingdom, but to speed up this mathematics using this approach of divide and conquer. So it is similar to the multiplication number splitting that we saw in the last lecture. Let us see a few examples. So there is this number 432 and you have to divide it by 2. So some students they will find it difficult. So what you should do is you can divide this number as 4 separated by 32. And you can do division separately now. So 32 divided by 2 is 16 and 4 divided by 2 is 2. So the answer should be 216. So this is how you can speed up your calculations. Again 2424 by 3. This is again an easy one, but you should be a little bit careful now. 24 divided by 3 is 8. Everyone knows that. But there are two places here, but you have only written one place. So you should be a little bit careful while you do that. So you should write a 08, particularly because you divided a two-digit number by a single-digit number. Okay. So the final answer is 24 divided by 3 on two parts. So it should be 808. You can also write 0 in between. before this 8 in the largest place value place, but that is not essential because 0 coming in the largest place value has not got any significant value. Let's go to the third example. This is again division by 2. So 3856 by 2. 56 divided by 2 is 28. 38 divided by 2 is 90. Isn't it very convenient for you to divide and then conquer this problem? The last one, this is a large number. Can you do this? So I'll wait for 15 seconds and I want you to write the answer in chat. I'm looking into the chat. Yeah, somebody is saying voice is not coming. Is it a common problem for many? I think I am audible to you all. Am I audible? Okay. So what is the answer for the last puzzle that is appearing here? No, Krish has answered, but you check the digits. It's not matching. Yeah, I can see some answers coming in, which is nice. Yes. Krish, you have to try once again. So anyway, I'll divide this for your benefit. So the first division is at the place of 3. The next division is here. So if you divide 3 by 3, it is 1. If you divide 45 by 3, it is 15. And if you divide 24 by 3, it is 8. So this is a number where you have divided and got the same number of digits. 45 divided by 3. That's why you could write it as 15. 3 divided by 3, it is a single digit number. Therefore, you need not put 0 before that. Here, 24 divided by 3, you are expecting a 2-digit number, which is 08, but you need not put the 0 in front of this 8 because that is the largest place value. So congrats for all students who have got this right. So today we are going to see multiplication. So multiplication will start in a very systematic way by seeing how these numbers can be connected to the base. The whole purpose of Vedic maths was to connect to the base or to complete a particular number close to the base. So here we have a very neat and easy technique available for you to multiply numbers. So those students who are finding multiplication table very difficult to swallow, you can take this simple tip and make your multiplication table easy to digest. So here is the first problem for you. We are going to do 7 times 8. It is very clear the answer is 56. But suppose a student is finding it difficult to memorize this in the multiplication table. You have an easier technique. You will get the answer within seconds. So here we go. We can write 7 as 10 minus 3. Why? Because 10 is the nearest base to 7. Similarly, 8 can be written as 10 minus 2. Now we are going to ignore the tens and only write these numbers minus 3, minus 2. So this should signify the difference from the base. Okay. Now what we are going to do is a simple technique. I'm going to use this division which we used before, divide and conquer. We use this bar to symbolize two parts to the number. So the first part to the number is going to be 6. How did we get 6? 6 is just the product of minus 3 times minus 2. If you are not aware of negative numbers, don't worry. If there are two negative signs that are multiplying each other, it will become positive. You can treat them as positive numbers itself. So 3 into 2 is 6. That is the first part to the answer. Now the second part to the answer, you can just do cross addition. So what is cross addition? Cross addition means you have to take -2 and add with 7. What do you get? 5. Or you can do 8 minus 3, which will result in 5. So put this answer as 5 here. So the answer is 56. We will do one more example to make this idea very concrete. 6 into 7. This is a very straightforward answer. It's 42. But suppose you don't know this. You can straight away compute this using the idea that we just explained. So 6 is 10 minus 4 and 7 is 10 minus 3. Now we are going to avoid those 10 and just write it as -4 and -3. So the first part of the answer should be 4 times 3, which is 12. But I'll write 12 in a different way because it is 2-digit number. So I'll write 1 as a subscript. Now the other part is just cross addition. This idea of cross addition. What you should do in cross addition is the number -3 should be added with 6. That is 6 minus 3. So the answer is 3. But you have a 1 in the subscript here, which will carry forward to 3. So your answer should be 42. Isn't it a very easy method to apply? We'll go to higher numbers. Now the numbers, if they are greater than 10, we are interested in knowing these answers because most of the students might know the multiplication table till 10 or maximum of 20. Suppose you want to do higher than those, then what will you do? So let us see this example, 12 into 13. So both these numbers are greater than 10, but it is connected to this base 10. It is just over this base. So what you should do is, you can write what is the difference from the base, plus 2. So 10 plus 2 is 12, 10 plus 3 is 13. So you just write plus 2 and plus 3 on the side. And the first part of your answer is going to be 2 into 3, which is 6. And the remaining part of the answer is going to be cross addition. So cross addition, if it is not clear to you, here is one more example to show you cross addition. You take this 3 and add to 12. So that is 15. So the answer is 156. How do you verify this? Somebody knows the square of 12? So the square of 12 is 144. So if you add one more 12 to it, it becomes 156, and that is equal to 12 times 30. Let's do another example here, a little bit more difficult. Here we have 13 and 18. 13 is plus 3, 10 plus 3, and 18 is 10 plus 8. Okay, so I'll just allow you another 15 seconds to compute the answer and let me know. Here you need to take a carry. That is the only thing that you have to look here. I can see some answers coming in. So let us verify for ourselves. So first number is going to be 3 times 8. But the rule that you have to keep is, if you just multiply these numbers, we have connected to the base of 10. There is only one zero in 10, which means there is only one place that is allowed on the right hand side number. So the product here is 3 times 8, which is 24. You have to write 2 as a subscript. Just below 4, you have to write it as a subscript. What is the other number? It is just the cross addition. Cross addition will be 13 plus 8, which is 21. So the answer is going to be 2, 3, 4. So I can see many of them have answered this correctly. You might also have tried differently. Using one of our earlier methods, this is same as 13 times 20 minus 2. This can be 260 minus 26, which is also equal to 234. So this is another easier way of doing the same calculation. So let us go to some more difficult numbers here for you. So the numbers are closer to 100. Now you can see 2-digit numbers closer to 100. It will be a mess to calculate the product, isn't it? But here you can do it within seconds. I'll assure you that. So 98 times 88. So 98 and 88 are both close to 100. How much close? 98 is 100 minus 2, 88 is 100 minus 12. But look at the number 100, it has two zeros. Two zeros meaning that you can put two numbers, two digits, a two-digit number on the right-hand side of the number split. What is the two-digit number? It is going to be 2 times 12, which is 24. And then you do cross addition. Cross addition here can be done in two ways. Either 98 minus 12 or you can do 88 minus 2. Which is the easier one? 88 minus 2. So this answer is going to be 8624. Look at the simplicity of the answer. We have not even used a carry for doing this multiplication. You must be amazed how we could have done this without doing any carry operation. So this is the power of Vedic mathematics. We'll do one more. Here it is a square of a number. Have you heard about the square of a number? Some of you might have. So square of a number is the number multiplied by itself. So some simple squares you can try. What is 2 squared is 4, 3 squared is 9, etc. Now you are being asked to find the square of 89, a large number. But the same trick that we applied earlier will apply here also, because these numbers are close to 100, which is the base. Both are 11 away from 100, and 100 is a is a 3-digit number with 2 zeros. So the number of digits allowed in the right hand side of the number split is how many? 2. But the product here is going to be 3-digit. 11 squared. Some of you might know what is 11 squared. It is 121. It is also easy to compute. We have done that in the previous lectures. 11 into 11. How to do 11 into 11? You write these numbers of the product 1, 1 separated by 1 digit. And the number in the center has to be the sum of the digits. So 121 is the square of 11. Look at the way in which I have written 121. 1 is written as a subscript and 21 is the remaining number. Now you can do cross addition. So that is 89 minus 11, which is 78. So this answer is going to be 7, 9, 1 plus 8, 2, 1. Isn't it very convenient to find the square of these large numbers? Now we'll go to some word problems. So before that, I want to just clear, if there are any more doubts, I'll take one more example to explain. Okay, so Jyotish has a doubt. So I'll take the doubt at the end, but I'll do one more example. Hopefully this will solve your doubt also. So I'm going to take again a number which is close to 100. This time let me take 95 multiplied by something like 79. 79 is far away from 100, but still it is close enough. So I'm going to find this. So for 95, I will write minus 5 because it is 100 minus 5. 79 is 100 minus 21. So minus 21. So there is a number split I'm going to write. Number split means that you have to write this product of 95 into 79 as two parts. There will be a part in the left side as well as the right side. So the right side number is going to be the product of whatever numbers, 5 minus 5 times minus 21. And this is going to be 105. So I'm going to write 105 differently, 05, because only 2 digits are allowed on the right hand side. So the 1 has to go to carry to the left. Now, how do I find the other number on the left? That is just by doing cross addition. So cross addition, either I can do 95 minus 21, but that is a little bit difficult. Easier one is to go for 79 minus 5, which is 74. So the answer is going to be 7505. Isn't it convenient? So I will take all the doubts towards the end. If you have any doubts, you can put that in the chat box. I'll see towards the end. Okay. So we are going for these word problems. These are very nice problems. So let me just take a moment to erase whatever I had written. Okay. So this is a calendar problem. So every day you have 24 hours. So how many hours do you have in 99 days? So actually you should have done 24 into 99. But the same rule that we learned just now will help you. How can you write 24? 24 is what? Minus 76. 99 is minus 1. We are allowed two numbers, two-digit numbers on the right-hand side. So you can write 76 as it is. 76 into 1. Other number is 24 minus 1, cross addition. 24 minus 1, that is 23. So there are 2376 hours in 99 days. You could also have done another method. You could have done 24 into 100 minus 1, which is 2400 minus 24. Again, you will have received the same answer. Let's go to the second puzzle. What do you get if you multiply 3 times 25 with 4 times 20? So 3 times 25 is going to be 75. And you have 4 times 20, which is 80. So you have to do 75 times 80. Here I am not going to write in the conventional product form, but I'll write the numbers minus 25 here, signifying it is minus 25 from 100, and this is minus 20 from 100. So 25 into 2 is 50. You have to add one more zero. So the last right hand side of the number split is going to be 500. 5 I have written down to signify it is going to be a carry. Now I have to do cross addition. So I'll do 75 minus 20, which is 55. But I have to consider this carry. This is going to be 6,000. You can verify the answer later. The last one, this is a nice number. So this is a problem where you are worded the particular numbers in the form of a nice example. So you have 87 beads in a necklace. So how many beads will be required for 70 necklaces? You can see some jeweler. He wants to make necklaces. So each necklace he or she makes, will take 87 beads. So he has got an order of 70 necklaces. Then how many beads does he or she require? So this is 87 times 70. You can write in the conventional way and write this is minus 13, this is minus 20. So the number split is going to give 13 times 20, which is 260. 260 will be written like this. Now you can do cross addition, do 87 minus 20, which is 67. So the answer is going to be 6960. So have you got this answer? Hopefully many of you have tried it. Otherwise, you can try it at home as well. Now we are in a certain level of understanding about how to do multiplication close to the base. Now we'll see a very interesting example of multiplication table and how these multiplication tables are applicable in astronomy. Have you heard about this term astronomy? What is astronomy? If you have heard, you can write yes in the chat box. Yes. Okay, some of you have not heard. Okay. Okay. Okay, so let me explain in astronomy in a few words. So, you know, Earth is a planet in the solar system, and we have the Earth being surrounded by various planets. How many planets are there? So currently we know that in the solar system there are 8 planets. Before we used to have the concept that there are 9, but the present science believes that it is 8. So we have these planets. Some of them are inside the orbit of the Earth. Some of them are outside the orbit of the Earth. So like that, we have what is called as inferior planets and superior planets. Now, some of you might have come across this term of solar and lunar eclipse, isn't it? Now, these are very important time frames as far as astronomers are concerned. So, astronomers are those scientists who study about space. So, for them, calculation of these time periods of solar eclipses are very important. Now, similar to the solar eclipse, there is another phenomenon or another system of planets which align together. And this is what is called as conjunction. So, conjunction is similar to the solar eclipse, but it is between planets. So the next slide, I'll show you what is a conjunction. I'll have a picture of conjunction. So don't get worried about the new term. So these astronomers or the scientists are required to calculate these periods. When is the next conjunction going to happen? So for that, they use this multiplication table. So the first multiplication table I'm going to introduce is the multiplication table of 3. Now here is how the Vedic square is going to help you. So we have seen this multiplication table in the last class also. I'll take a minute to explain what is this. So they see the first row. It is the multiplication table of 1. 1 into 1 is 1, 1 into 2 is 2, 1 into 3 is 3, etc. up to 1 into 9 is 9. The second row is going to be multiplication table with 2. So 1 into 2 is 2, 1 into 2 into 2 is 4, 3 into 2 is 6, etc. 9 into 2 is 18. The last row is multiplication table of 9. Okay. So what I have highlighted here is the multiplication table of 3. These can be plotted in this circle. Some of you know this circle. This is called as the 9-point circle. This was introduced way back in the first class. So for new students, I would request you to go and watch the video as soon as possible after this lecture. It's the first lecture we have introduced the 9-point circle. So this is nothing apart from a clock. But the clock has only 9 positions. You have 9 in the top and the other numbers are written in the clockwise direction. Now what we are going to do is, we are going to write this multiplication table on the 9-point circle. How will you do that? 9-point circle represents what is called as the digit sum. Some of you might have heard about this. The newcomers will find this a new concept. Digit sum is nothing but the sum of the digits of the numbers. So 3 has a digit sum of 3, 6 has a digit sum of 6, 9 has a digit sum of 9 itself, 12 has a digit sum of 3. Why? Because 1 plus 2. 15 has a digit sum of 1 plus 5, which is 6. Similarly, 1 plus 8 is 9. 2 plus 1 is 3. 2 plus 4 is 6. 2 plus 7 is 9. So we have the digit sum for the 3's multiplication table as 369, 369, 369. So we only need to use these 3 numbers, 3, 6, and 9. So there arises some pattern. You can see the arrow from starting from 3 to 6, then 6 to 9, and then back from 9 to 3. So it will be along this particular triangle that you will see the particular multiplication table of the number 3. Now, this has a very big role in astronomy, and this is what is called as the conjunction points of the planet. In particular, what I have plotted here is a triangle, but this represents the conjunction point of the planet of Jupiter. So if you have more interest, I'll explain it in another class, more details about what exactly is conjunction. But for the time being, this is what is conjunction of the planet Jupiter with Mars. So you can see Jupiter here and Mars here. You can see they are getting very much close. So this is looking from an observatory in Earth. But you can see that if you see the entire solar system, at this point of conjunction, the Sun, the planet Jupiter, and Mars are on the same line. So this will happen very rarely. And there is going to be a conjunction happening in December this year as well between Jupiter and Saturn. So you can watch out December 21st, if I'm not wrong. So you can check out for this conjunction away from like 1 month away from now. So I'll not give more details now. If you're interested again, I'll take up this application at a yet another point. Now let me just explain how patterns will help again to find something similar to the conjunction. Now this time we call it as trine. This is explained by the force multiplication table. So let us do this one more example to make students conveniently easy, so that they are well versed with the idea of digit sum. So I'm going to explain digit sum again using this force multiplication table. And the Vedic square, some of you have been asking about Vedic square. So Vedic square is nothing but the digit sum applied to this multiplication table. So let me just put that down. So digit sum of this multiplication table. So if you take each number on this multiplication table and find the digit sum, so you will get a square of numbers like this itself, but it will have only numbers starting from 1 to 9. That is called as the Vedic square. So let us find the digit sum of all numbers falling in this particular row of 4. Digit sum of 4 is 4 because it's a single digit number. Digit sum of 8 is 8. Digit sum of 12 is 3. Digit sum of 16 is 1 plus 6, 7. Of 20 it is 2 plus 0, 2. 24 it is 2 plus 4, 6. Here we'll have a difficulty. It is 2 plus 8. 2 plus 8 is 10. But that is a 2-digit number. You need a number between 1 and 9. So what you will do is the following. 2 plus 8 is 10. You again find the digit sum of 10. That is 1 plus 0. So that is going to be 1. So you write the digit sum as 1. Similarly, digit sum of 3, 2 is 3 plus 2, which is 5. 3 plus 6 is 9. So here we have got an entire row of digit sum. Now what I have plotting on the 9-point circle is the arrows starting from 4 to 8, because that is how the numbers are moving in the row. 4 to 8, then 8 to 3, 3 to 7, 7 to 2, 2 to 6, and 6 to 1, 1 to 5, and 5 to 9. After 9, this pattern will repeat. So after 9, this will go back to 4. So you have a beautiful flower or star structure that is coming. And this is known as the position of trines. I will not explain this term, but it is something to do with the angle between Jupiter and Saturn. So let us go ahead with one more multiplication table. Here you will get an idea of digit sum completely. Those who are new, please listen to this digit sum idea once again, because we are going to use digit sum extensively in Vedic mathematics. So digit sum of 7 is 7. Now I'll just open the chat window. What you have to type in the chat box is the digit sum of all the other numbers starting from 14. So if you find the digit sum of all the numbers, type it together. So I'll help you somewhere. Digit sum of 14 is 5. Digit sum of 21 is 3. Digit sum of 28, you should be a little bit careful. What is 28? 2 plus 8, 10. But digit sum is 1. 35, it is 8. 42, it is 6. 49. 49, 4 plus 9 is 13. But the digit sum is 1 plus 3. So let me explain that once again. 49 has digit sum of 13. You add 4 plus 9. But 13 is a 2-digit number. 2-digit number, you have to convert to 1-digit number. So you do 1 plus 3, which is 4. Now 5 plus 6. 5 plus 6, what is that? 11. But the digit sum of 11 is going to be 2. And finally, 6 plus 3 is 9. So you have found the digit sum of all these numbers. Yeah, I can see some answers coming in. Thank you for answering. Yeah. So let us see what pattern we'll get with the multiplications table of 7. So we are going to start from 7. It will go to 5, from 5 to 3, then 3 to 1, 1 to 8, 8 to 6, 6 to 4, 4 to 2, and 2 to 9. Then it comes back to 7. So here we'll get another star-like structure. This is also a trine, but this is with Saturn and Jupiter. So this is the trine representing the position of Saturn with respect to Jupiter. So if some of the students are interested, I will be happy to explain more about these examples on astronomy in yet another lecture. For the current lecture, let us proceed. So we have taken a tour through astronomy. Now let us come back to Vedic mathematics once again. So we are going to do this practice together. So I'll open the chat box and you should type in the answer. So you will get almost 2 minutes to answer all the problems that are given here. So I'll meanwhile help you solve the first one. Yeah. So how do we do this? So first of all, you have to write how much deficient is this number from 100. So 94 is 100 minus 6, again 100 minus 6. So 6 times 6 is 36. We are allowed a 2-digit number because 100 is the base. You do 94 minus 6 cross addition, which is 88. So answer is 8836. I can see Krish and Maunika, Jyotish, all these students have correctly answered. Now let's go to the second one. So what is this? This is minus 5. This is minus 13. So this is going to be 65. You do 87 minus 5, which is 82. So 8265. Yes, again, Maunika, you're right. 8265, Vinay is right. Okay. The third one is a little bit tricky here because you have got a lower number and this is less than 50. There are multiple ways in which you can do. One way is just to write this as minus 2 and what is this? Minus 56. So you have minus 56 into 2, this is 112, but you have to be careful. You have to write 112 like this and do 44 minus 2, which is 42. So this answer is going to be 4312. Yeah, Jyotish has got it right. Yeah, Krish. So I hope you are not using a calculator at your end. So do not use a calculator. That will defeat the purpose of Vedic mathematics here. So there is yet another way of doing the same problem. Let me do that second way of doing after I solve the last one. So the last one is quite simple. 37 is how much deficient from 100? It is 37 minus 37. 63 is minus 37 from 100. 96 is minus 4. So you can do 4 times 37. What is 4 times 37? 120 plus 28. 148. 1 is a carry to the next place. And you can do 63 minus 4, which is 59. So this is going to be 6048. Correct. So I can see Jyotish Maunika has got it right. Okay, very good. So let me explain another way of doing 44 into 98. This is also from observation. Let me use a different ink here so that you identify the difference. So we are going to write 44 as 88, twice of 44, and then multiply by 98, and then I'm going to divide by 2. That is the same as 44 times 98. So 88 minus 98 is easy to calculate. How do you do that? 88 is 12 deficient from 100. 98 is 2 deficient from 100. So you're going to get 24 on one side, and you have to do 88 minus 2, which is 86. So half of this is going to be your answer for 44 into 98. So this is going to be 43 and 12. Yeah. Yeah, so I know that we have exceeded the time for the class. Let me just take 5 more minutes to explain some more concepts so that you will be left with a puzzle to solve in this particular lecture. So I'll just go on till 7 o'clock. After that, I'll take just few questions. Okay, so let's move on. So this is explaining what is actually happening. I'll skip this slide for the time being and explain it for you tomorrow. And we can also do the same operation for larger numbers. So for example, 103 times 104, this is exceeding the base of 100. So you can write this as plus 3, this as plus 4, and you can use the same technique, 12 here, and you can do cross addition, which is 107. Similarly, you can try all these at home. So there are some practice problems, or else I'll just take these examples tomorrow also. Okay, again, you can do for larger numbers. Let me just try this one, because you have to see the power of the method that we have just learned. Now I want to find which is the closest base to all these numbers. Here I have how many digits? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 digits. So this is 1 followed by 5 digits is the base. So this is 1 followed by 5 digits. What is this number? This is 1 lakh or 10 power 5. So now what you have to do is, what is the difference from this number? So 9999, 10 power 5 minus 99997 is minus 3. To find what is the difference of this number from this, we have learned a technique in the last class. Can anyone say what is the answer for this? It is quite easy to calculate. And there is an important sutra that we learned. Yes, that is called all from 9s last from 10. So this is for the new students that I'm explaining. So what you should do is, you should find this number, 1 lakh minus 68,777. So this you can easily find by writing the following. You write 9 on top of every number and 10 on top of the last number. Now you do 9 minus 6, that is 3, 9 minus 8, which is 1, 9 minus 7 is 2, 9 minus 7 again is 2, 10 minus 7 is 3. So this is how you can easily find what is the difference of 1 lakh minus 68,777. Now I have to multiply these three, but it is a very simple multiplication. You just have to do digit by digit multiplication. It's going to be 9, 6, 6, 3, and 9. So what is the next number that you write on the left side? It is cross addition. So 68,777 minus 3 is 68,774. So this is the product of these two numbers. Isn't it amazing? We have not even touched our pen for writing a carry here. So this is the power of the method that we saw just today. So here are some of the practice problems. This will appear in the practice set for you for the week. Now I want you to take just 1 minute to answer this puzzle. Okay. Some of you have got this answer right. Yeah, some of you are saying it is confusing. These confusions will go away with practice. So I would like you to practice more. Yes. Yes, I have got the answers coming for this question. Jyotish, can you relook into the answer? Yeah. So the answer is 15. This is a very direct question. So for every 3 oranges, you have 5 apples. So if you have 9 oranges, how many apples are there? So if you do 3 times 3, it is 9. So you have to do 3 times 5 to get the number of apples. That is 15. So it is a very direct puzzle. So thank you for all the answers that you have posted in chat box. So we will now go for this last one. So this is the puzzle for the day that you have to solve at home. What you are given here is a geometrical figure. Don't get worried about the question. So the first time you look into the question, you will see a lot of confusions. So as some of you are mentioning in the chat, I can see there will be a lot of confusion, but don't get confused. But instead take a deep breath in and read the question completely. So here also you have to just do the same thing. So let me just explain the geometrical figure that you have. Here you are given with a square A. So A is a square here. It has an area of 81. Now square B is over here. It has an area of 16. Square C is there. It has an area of 36. Now there is a very large square which contains all these squares A, B, C. So after drawing these squares, you are left with some gaps. And in these gaps, you have drawn some rectangles. Now the whole idea is that you have to find the area of this rectangle D. So what is the area of the rectangle? Can anyone say? Yes, it is just length times breadth. So you have to find the length of this rectangle D times its and also find its breadth here. And you have to multiply them both. But to find this, you have to use this idea that the square has its sides which are of equal length. So if the area of this square A is 81, it is the square of a number. 81 is the square of the number 9. So each side of the square has to be a 9. Similarly, for B, it is having an area of 16. So it is 4 into 4. So each side is 4. Similarly, for C, it is 36 is the area. So it has to be 6 times 6. Now using this information and also the information that the large picture, the picture that is entire here, that is also a square. So if these two informations are given, can you find what is the length and the breadth? You will take hardly 5 minutes to do this on paper and pen. So you have to try this at home and you can let the answer, I let you answer this in the Practically app. So hope you have understood the question. If you have not, you can ask them during this question answer session. So now I'll allow you to unmute yourself and ask the question. Yes, so you're allowed to unmute and ask.
Sir, can
Any
you
doubt?
once again explain that for the 2 number, how to solve it easily, multiplication?
Okay, two-digit numbers. Okay, so I'll go to.
Sir,
Yeah.
you can explain this sum once again.
Yeah, so this puzzle you mean,
Can
right?
explain the sum once again.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll do
The
that. So
notation, the table of.
Sir, I don't understand, sir. This sum.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll explain.
Sir, by multiplying all these digits, we'll get
Sir, I don't understand, sir.
46,656. Yes, sir.
No, you are not required to multiply all these numbers. You just have to find the area of this rectangle D.
Yes, sir. Area we have to find.
Yeah, so you have to find the side of each of these squares. First, you find the side of A,
Again,
side of B,
Area
side
of
of
a square is S into S into S. S square into S.
it is the square of S. Okay. So let me just
square of
take these two questions and solve this using an example. So I'm muting you all once again. I will take up question after I explain this. So first, let us see an example of multiplication by two numbers, two-digit numbers. Let us take this number of 91 multiplied by 92. Okay. So I'm going to explain it very slowly so that the students who did not follow will understand this. So first question is, what is the base which is closest to 91 and 92? It is 100. So 91 is how much close to 100? It is minus 9 from 100. It is only 9 places away from 100. 92 is only 8 places away from 100. So is so much clear? So you will get 91 just by doing 100 minus 9. 92 you will get by doing 100 minus 8. Now, in this multiplication, you draw a line here. Line somewhere below this multiplication, whatever you have written. So on both the sides, you have to write down a number. So it has two sides. One is the left side. Let me write it as L. And it has a right side, which is R. So you want to write some number on the side L and some number on R on the side R. So the number on the right side is just by doing multiplication of 9 and 8. What is the multiplication of 9 and 8? It is 72. You all know the multiplication table up to 10. So this is 72. You can ignore the minus signs because minus sign multiplied by another minus sign is positive. It's a positive number. If you don't know that also, it is okay. You can just take the positive number 9 and positive number 8 and multiply. Now, next step is to do cross addition. What is cross addition mean? You have to take minus 8 and add it to 91. So what is 91 minus 8? You know what is 91 minus 10, which is 81. You just have to add 2 to it to get 91 minus 8. So what is that? 81 plus 2, which is 83. So we have found the answer of 91 times 92 in just 2 steps. You just have to find the base and write the deficiency of this numbers from the base. So I hope this is clear to everyone. So if it is not, I will request you to practice more problems. You will see more practice problems put after this lecture. Okay, now coming back to this particular problem that I'm showing. So this is a puzzle for you to solve. So the puzzle has a square. This large square has side, say, called A. So this side is also A because it's a square. Square always has a same side. Now this particular square written as A or labeled as A here, it has an area of 81, which means this side is going to be 9 and this side is also going to be 9, isn't it? So for the square here B, it has an area of 16. So this side is 4 and this side is 4. What about C? C has the area of 36. So this side is 6, this side is 6. Now you are given some information that the total area, the total side is going to be 9 plus 6. This entire, so A is going to be 9 plus 6, which is 50. Now using these hints, you can find what is the area of D. So that is a homework for you. Now I will let you unmute and ask if there are any more clarifications that are required. So we have far exceeded the time, I guess.
Intermediate in there.
Hello, sir. What is the
area of
table of
Yeah, one at a time. One at a time,
area of
please.
B is equal to 66, sir. Answer.
Answer
Sir,
you can
can
find
you-
for yourself. Answer you can
Sir, why
find
is
for
it
yourself.
intermediate?
Sir, what is the table of
Can you
seven
explain
parents, sir?
one
What is the
second
table of
cross
seven parents, sir?
addition, sir?
So I'm muting you all. Kindly raise your hands if you have a question. So I don't see any raised hand. If you have a pressing question, kindly kindly raise your hands. I'll let you unmute. Okay, so this final question that I was saying, it is a problem that will appear in Practically app. So don't shout your answers in this meeting. Okay, I'm allowing you to unmute Hema Chandra Reddy.
Sir, the answer of D is 66, sir.
Yeah, so you cannot shout the answer like this. So this is a puzzle, which is a homework. So others also have to solve this. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Sorry, sir.
Are there any more questions? So I don't see any other raised hands. So Asmita, do you have a question? Asmita, you can go ahead. Okay. Okay. So I think we have no more questions left. So we'll see again tomorrow. Until then, practice these multiplications whenever you have free time till tomorrow's class. So tomorrow we'll deal with this multiplication in more detail. So until then, goodbye and namaste. So thank you all.
Bye, sir.
Bye, sir. See you.
Sir, someone is hanged out, it seems, sir. Bye, sir. Someone who is named Christian.
Yeah, if you have any other doubts, kindly ask it tomorrow. Today's lecture is actually
why was it
elongated
written
from the
intermediate?
usual
Okay, sir.
time. So
Sir, why
kindly
was it
ask
written
it tomorrow.
intermediate?
Okay.
Sir, why was it written intermediate on that?
So that is the level of the question. There is three levels: easy, intermediate, and hard questions.